Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Okay.
Right.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
guys. Oh, we're having a British accent today. Okay.
Why?
Oh,
Why? In it.
in it.
Today's topic has to do with those regions, so we have to give people the
Okay. So therefore, let's just quickly do intro because it's a packed and I do have like a gist too. So let's just go into it. So I am Olori.
I am Eka.
Hello. I'm FA.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
like, please, our fans ignore such phonetics. And today is going to be a full Bridgerton episode. For those who have not seen it, it's a Netflix show about, like, I guess, courting and getting married for young people. So that's just the high level that I'm going to give on that. But before we go into the actual episode for the day, please indulge me. I don't you guys know Tao Mama or Tao Ma or something
Yeah, I
like
saw
the,
that
yeah,
just.
thank
Yeah.
you very much. Yeah, let's go with that. So apparently she's being called out because somebody paid her a 1.5 million naira. And someone can please
Big
help
money.
me do
What?
the USD or pounds conversion, please.
Wait, wait,
Because
wait. 1.5 waiting?
As in, I
million
was
naira
shocked.
for
For
a
what?
skit to promote, I guess, a product or something, or like something that
Oh,
that the
wow.
client was doing. So it was a skit, 1.5 million. Please,
Nigerian
those who
people.
can do, actually, I think if I'm moving too slow, let me just go to the my commercial app. One 1.5.
That's like
Um,
2,500 pounds. Oh.
okay, so
So
maybe about
That's
three
3,000
five.
three,
something
three.
dollars.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 2,500 pounds and about
What?
three, maybe thousand, dollars USD, please. Yeah, so that's what they paid out to do
Wait,
a
sorry.
skit.
Is Mama Tao
How?
Daddy Free Kids
No,
mommy
no,
wa?
no, no,
No,
no, no, no, no,
no.
no.
All
But
She
they've
right.
done
wears
a skit together.
populace. She wears
Yeah.
populace
All right.
and slaps her daughter a lot in the
All
skit.
right. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
that's her. So therefore, and for those who don't know who Tao is, she's basically an Instagram influencer. She does skits that are funny, and that's how,
Mm.
and people now want to hire her to do skits to promote their service or
Mm.
product or whatever. So it seems like her service charge is 1.5 million to
Wow.
um 2,500 pounds. That's
Hmm.
British pounds, and
Mm-hmm.
then 3,000
Blimey.
US
Blimey.
FA, please, and then 3,000 US dollars. Now, the issue goes as thus. The person, or I guess the agent that the client was working through, contacted her for this service. She did the skits, and the client paid, but they didn't like the skits that she did,
Hmm.
Mm.
right? And so the agent is now angry, or why he's putting her on blast is because he's saying that we're not even asking for full refund. We're asking for
Mm.
a partial refund
Yeah.
for the service. And I stand with Tao on this because without knowing the details of how they transacted, but most times when you're doing a creative or even software development, you align what your requirements are upfront,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm.
I want green color on the header, right? I want three sections on this page. Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You align the requirements up front because creativity can be subjective. There's no way I can know exactly what you would, like from a creative standpoint. Hence why we, determine, okay, mention my product three times, or that kind of a requirement
Mm.
basis. So for someone to
Mm.
now produce a skill that it seems to me in the color that you still want to use, the only issue now is that you want a partial refund because it's not to your liking. Well, you're getting the
Mm.
product. It's not
Hmm.
like you're saying, we won't run the ad anymore. So for me, it just seems like you want, like, what is the partial refund for? Because your taste is subjective. Did
But did
she
they? But did
align
they
to the
want a
refund?
partial? Did they want? Did they want a partial refund, or they said they wanted her to like go through it again?
No, he was saying that at least what he was saying in the column was at least give
Oh,
us a
that's the least she
partial.
could do. Oh,
Yeah, that
okay.
the least you can do is give us a partial refund. And I'm like, the idea of partial refund for a product that you still want to use, where what
Yeah.
is making it bad is just a taste issue, not that she didn't call your product name well or
Mm.
something like that. To me,
No,
it's
but
completely nonsense to me.
The question I have as well is that it is a skit, right? Not like she went live. Did she go live on
I
Instagram or
don't think
It's
we
something?
no,
even
it's a
know.
skit. Yeah, it meant to be
It's
like
a
a
Okay.
skit.
skit
Why?
to promote something.
Yeah, so why didn't she finish the production, send it to him? If he said it was okay, then she posted it. Why is he coming
Exactly.
now that he's supposed to be the first person to see it and okay it if there's
So
an
I'm
any
not
issue?
sure if she's posted. So basically, to me, my impression of what I'm assuming is
They're
that
still in
they are still
the
in the back and forth. In that you did the
yeah.
video, I don't like it. So should we post or not post, right?
Mm,
And she's saying take the video as is or leave it, right? And he's saying
Mm,
that the least you could have done is give us a partial refund since we're unhappy with the product. And as someone that has done software development with like developers before, right?
mm,
If you don't like all they can do is define requirements upfront. Sometimes it's until you see
yeah.
something that you can
it's
say, okay, tweak this,
but
tweak that.
Olori,
Yeah.
Olori, can we just say your software development Shay is not Nigeria. You dealing with Nigerians?
I dealt with Indians and Nigerians, everybody.
Because I
I've
have
done
done these
both.
creative people, like this is a whole topic. These creative
No,
industry
but
people,
then that's
especially
software
Nigeria.
development. That's okay. Well, it's the same thing.
Exactly.
Sorry.
I think software development is even kind of different because you can actually define, or like you said, like you can state, okay, this is the parameters or whatever. With creative people, oh my god, I remember I had two photo shoots with two separate photographers. I almost ran mad. And I was like, I'm not doing it again. The picture you're sending me, and first of all, they will charge you so much, and it's like the work you're doing is basic work. I like you're not TY Bello, so I don't understand why you're charging sense money. So for me, I'm on the side of the customer. I'm not on
Mm,
Tao's side at all. What are you charging 1.5 million
But
for? I mean,
where
whatever. I understand it's your worth, whatever you want to charge. But my problem with Nigerians is unprofessionalism. I wish we could see the skits, but like you said, maybe they're still in the beginning stages of whatever. But it's like based on my own personal experience, I stand with the customer because these creative people, they will do nonsense
mm.
and give you the minimum. Even when I was designing a logo, I literally had to outsource my logo to America and I paid in dollars because I was like, Nigerian people, you won't drive me crazy. You send me nonsense logo and you expect me to pay you how much now for what? So it's like I don't know. Our creative kini Nigerian people are unprofessional. So I mean that's my own take, Sha.
No, my
so
own
yeah,
take,
sorry, go on.
sorry, is that is 1.5 million for this kid. So hey,
But
cargo hit the
I
internet.
know.
but but that's the issue. Like to me, I'm like I'm never argue with her price. If the client felt comfortable or that she was worth
Pain.
1.5 in the
Yeah.
initial, then that's what that
Mm,
is. To me, I think like when I've worked with creatives, at least in the that I find that we're a bit more professional, right? I
yeah.
put myself in their shoes, right? If I design a logo, it can be an unending correction process from like a
Mm,
time from like a
Mm,
business standpoint. Like I have other
yeah. True.
if I spend the whole month revising your work, when would I have time to get to other people's job? So what
Yeah. There
some
needs to be a
do
limit.
is maybe you will get three revisions or three feedback sessions.
Times.
You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But also mind you, if Tower is doing a skit, it's not like a drawing where you can easily maybe erase
You
one
have to
corner.
have a
You have
production
to
team.
reshoot it again,
Yeah.
reshoot the entire
true, true.
thing. So to me, I don't fault her for not being as flexible on having to reshoot, but I think that as even you coming as a client, define because this is an ad. So really you say that it's not as like what don't you
What
like?
do
You
you
get what I'm
want?
saying? Yeah. Define the because this is
Mm,
an ad. What is the goal of an ad? To put your business out there. Did she mispronounce your business name? Did she claim something that your business doesn't do? Like that to me should be kind of more tangible that I can't put this out there because we don't do this service, right?
Yeah.
Versus, maybe you could have, cracks two more jokes. Like like to me it's like
As in, we
that's
already know
yeah,
the kind of skits she brings out, so it will be around what she normally does normally.
exactly.
So, it's what is the issue here? I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the color avatar
anyway,
did not specify what they didn't like about.
Why? So everything now these days is calling out now. Now, wow.
it is
He now
no.
even linked it to Maraji saying that's the reason she's no longer
I
as
heard
hot.
Maraji's gist, Sha. Well, I don't know.
That as in, so it's because he's claiming that the issue with Maraji is that yes, she's good, but she's hard to work with or something to that
Yeah.
effect. Again,
She's
I'm
hard to
not.
work with.
But again, how do we define like what is it defining as hard to?
Yes, because they've also said Funke Akindele is very, very
That's
like
true.
strict, but then that might be she's disciplined and
Yeah,
normal
yeah,
and abnormal to Nigerians that can take things for granted and not come to work on time and all those crap things.
yeah, yeah.
That's the
Because they are
problem.
doing prayer and
Like,
fasting,
Uh,
or because she's a woman and she's holding her own and demanding her own rights or whatever,
wait,
and
exactly.
you are
And
being
it's
insulted.
sorry, I can't, Lori. I think you guys, maybe you guys have been away for too long, or you guys have stayed in Lagos. Because forget, like, look, I'm team women, kini, whatever. But like, I'm not saying. I mean, I like Funke, but like, I understand this. I understand that you can be very, into me. I'm a passionate person, so I can understand if you're passionate and you want to. But that thing they said, like, you guys. That's why when you see Nigerian people say all these women, so because I don't want to talk about other countries, but I know in this country, especially Lagos, let me speak for as a Lagosian who is living and has lived for a while, like Lagos women and like those ones. I know you can call out people, but there's a way you would treat somebody. I don't care. Like, why is it always Nigerian people? White people, at least some of us have, I mean, you guys are, but some of us have worked with white women, or we've lived with them, or we've had things to do with them. And it's not, I mean, it's not, I'm not saying it's a generalized thing, but I'm saying the unprofessionalism, the way people treat you. Like, I don't care if somebody's an extra on your set. I don't care if somebody paid you 10 million. If I say I don't like it, please let us reason, let us find it, because unprofessionalism is the problem we have in Nigeria. People will collect money and look at our musicians. They will come on stage and be singing nonsense. Somebody will pay you 10 million. You are singing on top of audio. Like, is that what is that? Do you get what I'm
No,
saying?
I
Like, it's like
agree.
if
I agree. It goes both ways in the sense that some
yeah, it goes both
people are
ways.
wicked, and a lot of Nigerians, once
Yes.
they have a bit of power, they
Power, a little,
misuse it. They use
exactly.
it anyhow. They treat
They
you anyhow.
misuse
They
it.
talk to you anyhow. I've even experienced it in the fact
Exactly.
that I'm coming to you, especially now. Me, let me talk from Abuja Federal Capital Territory, where
Wow,
it's not
representing.
a matter. Abuja is the one that's as long as you have to deal at one point with government people, and as long as they
Yeah.
have the power to just be the one to even allow you see their oga who is going to sign something for you, just the PA will begin doing you yanga for no reason, nothing you did. So people abuse power, but I've heard plenty people calling people wicked, and I realized that
Yeah, I've also
wickedness
heard
is
that.
not wickedness. It's not wickedness.
Mm.
It is just plain and simple normal. Somebody told me I was wicked because I did not give off day. Off day that you came and
Mm.
you ran away, you did not come to work, and then you
Yeah.
come back and then you demand for an off day when it is you're asking for the day of the day before. Is not
Mm.
fair and it's not right. So they take advantage. Nigerian people like to make their problem your problem, and it's not good,
Mm.
because you cannot come to work and be telling me something, be giving me stories that touch. Okay, if I decide now today that today I'm not going to come to work as the organ of the company, the work will still
Exactly.
turn
What
out
happens?
somehow. What will happen?
Or,
So a
or you
lot
say you're
of
not going to pay them, you will flex with the money. You won't pay them salary.
but then I'm eating out, I'm
So I
enjoying
wish.
myself. What will happen? So everybody just, or the one that is busy going to morning service early in the morning, coming late to work and expecting me to understand. How do I understand? So I think it's two ways. Unfortunately, I don't know. Nigerian people misuse power, and
I
Nigerian people take
Yeah, I
advantage
also
when
think
they have
people
job.
people need to. Yeah, I think people, like you guys were saying, like there needs to be a definition. Like what that you need to define the kini of whether it's a job you're doing for someone, or if like I was talking about Funke Akindele. If you're getting right, like the girl that complained about her was saying something about writing, they will stay away kini call. But it's like you need to let people know that okay, this is what you're here to do, or in the case
Mm,
of Taoma now, this is what I'm offering you, so that at the end of the day we don't. But then I think with creative kini again, it can be dicey because it's like my
what does the
what I
person
think
want?
is good exactly might not be what you want. So your idea of like,
Yeah.
oh, this is the perfect advert might be my. So I mean, I don't know. Personally, my experience with creatives in Nigeria is avoid them. I outsource my creative kini. I will pay for it and I'm fine with it. I paid someone to do a logo for me outside Nigeria. How many times did we go back and forth? I got a perfect, like I gave you what I want, you gave me what I want, and maybe we did one or two tweaks and it was okay. When I was doing logo in Nigeria, oh my god, oh madam, this is it. Oh
Mm,
no,
I
this time
get
I'm like,
what
oh
you
god,
mean,
this is
Sha.
not what like
Because when
I
I
already
did
showed you a
paper
sample.
bags in Nigeria, the guy gave me
As in
sample.
you
It
get
was good. When he printed the product, I didn't
it
understand
was
how the
different.
paper bag that was samplized is different from the paper bag that is produced. And
As
I
in
finished paying you money, and you printed 1,000 pieces. So how is 1,000 pieces is now crap? Can
Let's
you
be
imagine?
honest.
That's why it's not good to pay people complete money, because now when Oga was looking for balance, I say, oh yeah, now if you like, don't print the thing again. Be waiting. I will not give you balance. Hi.
Exactly.
Oh wow,
And in
Nigeria.
Tauma's case, I feel like they paid in full. I don't think there was a deposit
Yeah,
skinny
yeah,
because I
That's
mean
the
yeah,
it's one.
yeah. They paid
thing.
in full.
Yeah. Ah, wahala.
Like I don't know. And I saw that her management posted that they don't know the person, but then they
What?
deleted the
Hey.
tweet. So there's comma. There's comma.
Oh my words!
They said they don't know the person. Now the tweet is deleted. So what are you guys saying? I better give
Hmm.
the customer what they want because 1.5. Do you know what 1.5 is?
In this economy. Hey.
That's
And it might not bring customer. Oh. That's the thing. It's just marketing. Your
it.
marketing might not bring
Yeah.
customer. People might follow you, but
It's not
eh,
always
mm,
exactly.
But I
it
think
is not.
I can
on
understand
like
the pain.
I think unlike regular vendors though, with the creatives, like you're coming to Tao not because you
Mm,
like her, right? Like you're coming because she has an audience or a following, right?
Yeah.
So whether people
mm,
think she's hard to work with, or if she has the following to deliver the eyeballs that you want to see, whatever product that you're marketing, then you know what
yeah.
I'm saying. You have to do what you have to do. But maybe
And
more
also,
to come on this.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, I wanted to say, please, it's just like how you're shopping online, you're buying luxury, or you're going to luxury, maybe caterer.
yeah,
Please just
yeah.
pick the people that, you know, because
That will
there's
give
a
you.
different treatment. There's a different, Tao will give LG a different treatment from an
that's
ordinary,
that's probably
Instagram
That's
vendor.
a
true.
fair
So
a fair
Yeah.
point.
pick a correct, honestly, because that Nigerian people is based on if you have
They
a place
judge.
that will treat you
Yes.
more,
But isn't that bad? Because if you can
so that
afford my fee,
it's
then you are
bad.
my customer. If you can afford my fee, then that's it. Like
Exactly.
it shouldn't
the
be
way
It's
the
the
way
a
they are
mentality.
behaving is like they are they are reducing their price based on the service they are giving. They are
Yeah,
not. You're still paying the
exactly.
price. So why they
The same
must behave
amount.
like that? I don't know. I don't know.
Exactly. Uh,
anyway. Let's actually start the actual episode that we came here for, which is Bridgerton. Well, as the fans out there, we are going to do this week. Is going to be all Bridgerton. I think what I'm going to attempt to do is maybe focus this episode on kind of the woman or the girl. Do you get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
mm,
And then maybe the next episode we'll do kind of the impact of like parents, family, society, and things like that. And
Okay.
mm.
there may be some overlap, sha, so we'll see how it goes. But anyway, so
Yeah.
Bridgerton is about when girls come of age. I don't even know what the age was actually in this. I don't think they actually
Mm.
said what that age was, but it seems like
Yeah.
I would just throw out there and see maybe 16 to 18 somewhere along those
Yeah,
lines.
me too. I thought so
So
too.
once
Mm,
they come of age, there's a cotton season in the town, which means that I guess over that maybe 3 months period or something, there are gonna be many balls, many parties for the girls chaperoned by their mothers or their brothers to attend to
mm,
for them to meet men that may be interested in them and then eventually propose to them and marry them. That's the whole goal of the courting um
Season.
season, and many things impact
yeah.
whether or not you're going to be seen as the what do you call it, the the cream of the crop, or someone that they're just managing, depending on kind of what a variety of factors that we'll maybe go into later on. But maybe where I wanted to start with, and this is a period piece, meaning that this is probably set in like 1800s, is how the series is set. But I
Mm.
want to draw parallels to kind of modern day, right?
Oh, sorry.
Uh,
By the way, this is rich folk that were doing it. Too. I think the normal people they were not having seasons, right?
they were
The way it looked. They were not.
see
The normal people, these were like people like the lords and what do you call it, and people in MP and all MPs and stuff. The normal people,
I
I
think it was
think
a
they were
mix.
marrying
So
normally.
I think it was a mix, just that WhatsApp will find its level.
yeah,
Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like,
yeah.
yeah, you can't be eyeing a prince if you're a peasant, basically, right? That it doesn't. And
Yeah, that's what I'm
also,
saying. So it was a select caliber of people that were
exactly,
going in this season, not the normal regular people. So normal regular people were doing their own thing, I'm sure. But these were like
Mm,
highbrow rich people type of thing, I think. Oh.
exactly. And
Eh,
also remember there was this concept, right, that the bride's family paid the dowry.
Yes,
right?
yes, that's
Mm.
true.
Because for them it was a way for them to say, we're giving you this investment so that you will not have any excuse to say that you couldn't take care of our daughter.
Daughter,
That
yeah.
was the basis of why the, so
Yeah.
if you are poor, right, um like if a rich man may not feel that groovy to give you a dowry to take care of his daughter. And we'll talk about that when we go into like family and society impacts in the whole marriage process. But where I want to start, I'll let you girls decide. I was going to start with what's what should happen in a courting season, number one. And then number two was going to be, do women even today, because one thing that was key in this series is that women don't necessarily get the say so on who they marry, right?
Hmm.
Multiple men
Mm.
can show interest in you, come to your house to talk to you, again chaperoned by your mother or brothers or whatever, right? um but first to
Mm.
propose, do you get what I'm saying, wins the game. And it doesn't seem like you can really say no if
Hmm.
they propose to you, because we had an issue in the series where somebody proposed to the main character and she couldn't say no. They had to find another angle for the guy to not
Hmm.
change his mind on the proposal.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about that. Like, even today, the women, as empowered as we are, in the true sense of the word, do we really marry who we want, or do we do this game of who's available, who has money,
Hmm.
right? And all of, or I'm almost 30, whatever, right? Do we do that and choose,
Mm.
who falls out of that equation? So those are kind of the two areas that I want to focus on. So
Hmm.
do you guys have a preference, or I can just pick?
Hmm.
You can pick.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's
Me
do
is that,
cotton.
do you marry who you want that I'm
Oh,
itching to
okay.
talk
So
about?
let's start there. Eka, if you want to lead us in worship here.
Because the question you asked is that, especially even in this day,
Yeah.
based on Bridgerton, do we marry who we want, or we marry based on pressures that are around us? Then whoever is available in front of you, you just marry. Abi?
Yeah, or basically, do we marry for love or not? Because that's basically what our story was.
Yes.
A love match or a
Or
anything
a
else.
financially beneficial
Yeah,
match, or a position match, because there
Yeah.
was a prince that was better on paper because he was a
yeah,
prince, so he was
yeah.
higher in rank. But then the person she married was not poor; he was a duke as well. But then he's not as good as a prince, and it seemed like is every woman's dream to marry a prince, whether or not you even love the prince or not.
Right.
I think it's half and half. Obviously, it's not as rigid as at that time, but then in this day and age, I think a lot of people have priorities and they marry based on the priorities that is highest for them.
Okay.
So I would say that there is that
Mm.
choice. So it's not as if the choice is made for you as much as before. I know there are some cultures, or there are some tribes, there are some places like in the north of Nigeria, or in some Arabic countries, or even, let me not even say, or even in some Western world, that you have the very rich, that there is a business transaction. So a lot of times, or even in Nigeria itself, that a lot of times, sometimes you realize that is arranged marriage, or even in India or something. So you realize it's arranged, but just that it is like rich marry rich, or a poor man sending his daughter off to marry a rich man so that it helps the family. So I think that happens, but I think the general number of women have the choice to marry who they want to marry, and they marry based on what their highest priority is. So if their highest priority is money, they will look for who they will marry that will give them that satisfaction. If their highest priority is, I need to get married because I'm getting older, or I'm too old, they will marry whoever is there. But I still think that women
Mm.
that there are a good number of women that marry for love.
Mm.
But I say a good number, not a large number per se,
Mm.
because yeah, I don't know.
So I was
The
going
a
to
lot.
ask FA a question then, piggying back of that, right? So is this whole love marriage
Mm.
thing like overrated then, right? Because
Mm.
like, you cannot use your love to go and buy rice in the market, right?
Mm,
So is
That is
that
it.
is that's why I'm coming to you, FA. So I mean, is that because I think what it was almost seeming in the series is that those who married for love, and to your point, I think Eka, it seemed like that the story focused on the rich people. So maybe,
Mm,
you know, finances wasn't a problem. So even so when we, account for finances, those who married for love tended to
Mm.
have like a more
solid
happy
wedding
life or
marriage.
whatever,
Yeah.
right? Those
Yeah.
who, just took care theirs because, have bread better than, none, seem to have endured the marriage or found happiness in like their kids, or, other things that. So to me, I think this idea that your happiness should come from the love of your marriage is that overrated, because is it so bad to say that as a woman you find your joy or happiness from your kids, your business, where you rank in
Mm.
society? Is that, why isn't that as enough as the love
Hmm.
of your husband? I think, do you get where I'm trying to go with that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it depends on, it's just like in Bridgerton. Lady Eloise Bridgerton, that
Wow.
one, she was like she was a rebel. So like that one wanted to know more. She wanted, like, for her life was not about oh, I want to get married and have kids. She just wanted to explore. So I think it depends on the person. For some people, I know people who genuinely want to be wives, like they want to be mothers, they want to be homemakers, they want to have a husband that they can serve and they can do things for. And I know people that don't want to be mothers, they don't want to have children, they just want to enjoy life till they die. So I think it depends if you're a career person, or it depends on what is more important in your
Hmm.
personal life. For some people, their work is like their child, their work is their husband. They will do anything. So they don't really have time for that. And then for some people, it's like, what makes me fulfilled is being a mother or being a wife. But I think in general, like, people need to know what they want before unfortunately, I don't know if some people will have that chance, but I think
Mm.
people need to know what they like. We're saying people should explore in their 20s. So you understand, if, okay, am I okay being, committed to one person forever? Or would I rather be
Hmm.
single and just focus on, dating, but then still, like channel your love or your affection to other things as opposed to just a marriage or whatever, Sha. That's
Thank
that's what I
you
Hmm.
think.
for taking us there, Effie. May the good Lord send blessings your way.
Hmm.
So I like how you link this back to, it's based on what you want, but how do you know what you want, right? And
Yeah.
Yes.
especially in this
Mm,
series, you are 16 or 18, like you
You
really
don't
don't know
even know
anything.
what is
And
yeah.
happening
as
in
a
the
woman
world.
in this series, you are very sheltered. So that's a whole
Mm.
different topic.
Yeah.
But I want to bring this
Yeah.
into modern day Lori Harvey, right?
Hmm.
And we're having this debate on our WhatsApp, on our WhatsApp, yeah.
What's
I
up?
Yeah.
am a big advocate of women. Like, I don't think I did this right, but I think you should be dating very, as in aggressively in your 20s.
Hmm.
Like, because I feel like, I don't know, and I may be wrong, but I get the impression that knowing what you want from a lifetime partner comes by trial and error. And if you're not trying and erroring, right? How do you craft, like, do you just only know? And again, I'm not saying go and sleep with everybody, oh, please. That's not what Olori is saying. But can you really just say, oh, my mother told me that I should want a man that does XYZ, provides? Like, is that enough for them to pass down the list to you? Or should you really be doing what Laurie is doing? Is like, date, explore people, explore things. Again, I did not say sleep with them, please. Explore people, explore
So
things,
what are they exploring?
the relationships. Relationships, thank you very much. But like, even the whole idea of like knowing, what's a man values. Like, I think a friend of mine was telling me, she's been married for I think maybe 9 years now, and she was saying how like
Hmm.
cheating is not the worst thing her husband can do for her, or
Mm.
do to her,
Mm,
right? That there are
mm,
other things that she considers more grievous. Do you get what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
so for
mm,
me, I'm like, we all think cheating is bad. Like, I'm not saying it's good, but I think in going through
yeah.
that process, you may realize that, what, if you can be faithful, but if you're a mama's boy, I don't want you.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? So to me, I feel
Mm,
like some more salient points that we don't tease out because they're not like the hot button. because that mama's boy, are you now saying that a boy should not love his mother?
Yes.
Right?
Mother,
You get what
yeah.
I'm saying? But how does that materialize in a dating relationship?
Scenario now.
Many men are
Can I
emotionally
just say,
unavailable. Sorry, like many men are emotionally
yeah,
unavailable. Now we expect men to be that way. Do you get what I'm saying? Because that's how they were raised. Men shouldn't cry, right?
Mm,
But when you're not dealing with a man one on one, are you comfortable that he can't tell you his deepest, what bothers him? Like,
problems.
do you get what I'm
Yes.
saying? So you don't know those things until you stumble into the wilderness, right? So please,
or
FA,
can we
you were
even
trying
start
to.
this mama's boy thing? Like, what is a mama's boy? Like, because the thing
The,
is, if a guy is close to his mother, is he independent enough? Being close to your mother emotionally, I don't think. For me, I would prefer that because I feel like he can connect to a woman on a deeper level. Because mama's boy, some people might be forming bravado, bad boy, but they cannot handle themselves. Meanwhile, a
that
mama's boy, yeah, when things get hard, they can say, "Oh, mommy, this," but they are still like men. So like mama's boy, I don't know, it depends. For me, a mama's boy is someone that's whether mama's boy, papa's boy, if you cannot handle yourself, like it's true. Emotionally, if you're not mature emotionally, or I don't know how to say it, then
if
for
you're
me,
not
like that
independent out of your
independent,
parents
exactly. Leaning on your mom or your dad when
to
things are
make
tough, I don't
decisions
think that's
or something.
natural for a child. But yeah,
Yeah,
so I
but what I'm
don't,
saying is
and then
that again, you have to like both. So
mm,
both a man that's close to his mother, right,
Mm,
and a man's boy
yeah, would
on the
be
surface look the same.
mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? They
okay.
take their mom seriously.
Mm,
I think many women have said, "Oh, how he treats his mom is how he would treat me." So women like that.
yeah,
But when you not
Mm,
get closer,
yeah.
we're now deciding where to
Mm,
live based on where mommy feels comfortable, right?
that's
What
that's
if this
wrong.
is now?
boy.
Yeah, but you don't know that because again, on the surface, they both look like men that just love their mothers
Mm.
or treat their mothers well. Do you get what I'm saying?
But yeah, okay, I get what you're saying. So are you saying like you have to date to find out? I don't know.
No, but I think that some of these things are not when we talk about hot button
Okay,
issues or what.
visible.
Yeah, like the list is typically don't marry
Okay.
a broke man, don't marry
Mm.
a cheater.
Okay,
But
yeah.
some of these things like what
Mm,
how do like or even men that um borrow money from you but don't pay back, right? Not
mm,
because he's poor, but is our money. Do you get what I'm saying? Some women don't mind that because they really
yeah.
believe that it's our money, but some women are like, no, on the principle of the issue, you borrowed X amount,
Mm,
return it
Mm.
back. Do you get what I'm saying? So in fact, some of those things we don't really
yeah.
talk about them
Yes.
until you not say that. So are you really like, or even how it communicates? In some houses, good money is you're a bastard, right? In some
Right.
Mm.
houses, in other houses, we don't really say that. Like that's like that's a big even you are mad is a big, you know, deal. So you don't know these things until you stumble across some of these
Yeah. Experience. Yeah.
I think my own issue is that a lot of times, even before going out to date and getting to know people, I agree with the fact
You.
that in your 20s you should explore. But I think first of
Yeah.
all, self, you should even know yourself. Self. A lot of people
That
are
is it.
influenced by the relationships they have. So they later in life they
Mm,
realize that they never even knew who they were first of all, and
where?
most of what they are now is based on the imprints that people have
yeah.
imposed on them. So I think first of all you should even know yourself, and at the back of your mind you should actually have at least an idea of what you want, so that you will know where to even maybe be going
Start
to
from.
get what you want
Yeah.
before you go and just be lost everywhere. Do you get what I'm saying? A
Exactly.
lot of those girls in Bridgerton, they didn't even know, like, they didn't even have an idea of what
Mm-hmm.
they are supposed to be looking for. They just had
Exactly.
that idea of what they can give and getting the highest bidder or the highest, So they didn't even have an idea that it is possible for somebody to love, or there's so many things that were lacking. So the lack of education of
That,
yourself,
well, not
and
that
if
it's
you love
impossible, but
yourself
it wasn't a high
But
list
can I
item.
say this? Can I say
Hey,
this
Jesus
though?
Christ.
Can I say this
Jesus
though?
Christ.
Um, can I say this? Daphne, she didn't want to marry that man, that ugly man, but she knew what she wanted. But Anthony wanted her to marry him, so I think she knew what she wanted.
she
but
did at
but
behind at the,
I think that came across because she already was interacting with the Duke. So if she was in her house,
Oh, okay.
right, not
Mm,
mixing with any other
Mm.
man, then she may have gone with, because that guy checks he's a, he has money, he's honorable, or at least at that time, right?
But
mm.
If she,
their first meeting, she didn't like him. Oh. That first time when they were drinking
Yeah,
water,
she didn't.
that he was
yeah,
saying
but she
something.
was willing to settle, because on the list that she has, right, this not
Oh,
liking
okay.
can be fixed, can be worked on, right? On
Mm,
the list that
Oh, okay.
which is where I say dates, because again, you don't know
Mm.
what you don't know. Do you get what I'm saying? Now she's
yeah.
seeing the Duke, she's feeling feelings that she hasn't felt before. Do you get what I'm
Mm,
saying? Now she's like, okay, maybe there's
But I also
something else
think,
that I should be.
yeah.
looking for. Yeah.
But I think we forget to pinpoint the kidney that mothers play in this. Because I remember there was one I saw where one of the sisters was talking to Daphne and she was saying something about, was their mother happy? And it's like,
Mm.
some mothers are in marriages that they don't like, but then you keep pushing your kids to to get married
I
instead of,
I don't understand that thing.
discovering themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
But
understand it
but
because
isn't
it's,
it back
you
to
know,
what you want though? Because again, if you feel like this love is for the birds, I want a man that can provide a particular lifestyle for my kids. You may think that you're giving
mm,
your, because it's back to our initial conversation, right? Is that a bad advice?
mm,
Like, must it be for love? Like, do you get what I'm
my
saying?
my my issue with removing love from the equation is the fact that where do you go for when it is tough times? Because why I say that is
To your,
that
mm,
to your bends,
for
honey.
the fact that you love somebody makes you tolerate
mm,
some things. Now if you remove that
mm,
from the equation, eh, why are two people at war sitting in the house and saying that because he can financially provide? The issue
mm,
is that what are the children seeing and how are they perceiving relationship?
mm.
How are they perceiving being a human being in the world? They will now grow up to
Yeah.
think that in the world is about war and fight. They now, and like what I'm trying to say is that I think me personally, I believe that in the equation of a marriage, for example, love is very important because it takes you far to a certain degree, and it causes because it causes less wahala. Now, is it
Mm,
the only thing that is needed? No, you need to eat, you need to drink, you need to be able to see the
yeah.
person and be okay with the person. You understand? So my own issue here is that if somebody says, okay, my own point now is to marry somebody that can financially provide, and then you hate the person, what is the point of the financial provision? Do you get what I mean? Now
You
you
know
hate
what?
the person
Mm,
because you come home and very soon, if the person, for example, you hate the person or the person hates you so much, the person starts to beat you, and there is lack of love because the person even hates you in the first place. Will money always treat that eye that is busting every time they are beating you? It won't treat it. How many times
Well,
will you go to hospital? Then by the time after he beats you, then you have internal bleeding. Sickness sometimes money will not even be able to cure it. So where will we now end up? Do you understand?
right.
So at least let the man even love you small to know that okay, I love you, so I'm not going to hurt you in beating you or something. Not the stupid love of I love you, but I'm a man, so I will cheat to at least let him regard you and respect you. I'm just saying that there are many things involved, and that love helps. But then, if, for example, she married that guy that was ugly in that Bridgerton, I
Mm,
that guy would have been beating her and she run back home because the way he
mm,
even pushed her in that one episode.
you know what? I have
yeah.
a rebuttal for this, so but I'll rebut in episode 2 this week. So, ladies,
Okay.
catch
Peace out. Catch you later.
bye.
Toodles, ladies.
Bye.
Efe, and give us British accent now.
Yeah. Spoil
Cheerio.
us.
Cheerio.
Cheerio,
Cheerios.
dog.